Hello again. Hey, I wanted to talk more about this 6-word affirmation because I could only cover the basics in a 60-second short. And there's much more to understand about this that I think will help. And in case you missed the 60-second short on this, the 6 words are, I have great news for you. And then you fill in the blank with whatever it is that you wish. And this is a very powerful little mantra, little affirmation, if you will. However, there's a few suggestions that I'd like to make about this that I think will help you manifest quicker and more precisely. Number one, use this in your mind as something that has happened in the past. In other words, someone called you up or you were having a conversation and they said, I have great news for you, and you fill in the blank. Maybe it's your doctor calling you up and said, I have great news for you. That disease that you were coming in to have treated on Wednesday is gone. We did some tests and we don't see any evidence that it's here anymore. So that would be a good one, right? And but instead of thinking of it as going to happen, in other words, the conversation that you're having up here is going to happen. Instead of that, think of it as happened last Friday, for example. Your doctor called you last Friday. Oh yeah, he called me last Friday and he said, I have great news for you, blah, 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 blah. So in other words, put it in the past. Why? Because if you put it into the future, then you're setting yourself up for it's going to happen one day or sometime in the future or what have you, and it may never happen. So instead of maybe getting caught in that, it may or may not happen that way, but why take the chance? Just go ahead and have it as a conversation in the past, and that way you eliminate that completely. And now the second thing I want to talk about there is don't pay any attention once you put this out there to it. In other words, you've said it in your mind, you've thrown it out there. You can do it day or night, it doesn't matter. I understand that sometimes if you do it right before you fall asleep, you're connecting more with your subconscious mind. I do recommend that. I don't know if it's more effective or not, honestly. I think it's more effective if you just don't care either way. I think that's the key element. And that's the point I want to talk about right now. So once you put this out there, don't really pay any attention to it at all. Forget about it. Don't think about it. Don't look for it. Just go do something else, anything else, it doesn't matter. So I did a video a while back about your boiling pot of water. If you watch it, it will never boil, or it just seems like it'll never boil. It takes a long time to boil. But if you put your pot on the stove, you turn it up to high, and it's full of water, of course, and you turn around and you're cutting your squash over on the other counter or something, almost instantly, it seems like, very quickly, you'll hear it, and you hear it boiling back there. And so you turn around and yeah, it's boiling like crazy. And I don't know what that is exactly, except for our vibrations of expectation and watching it and wondering where it is keeps it from happening. So if we just leave it alone, then it'll just happen for us a lot quicker. Same thing with this 6-word affirmation, mantra, whatever you want to call it. Don't pay any attention. Now here's a great example of what I'm talking about. So some time ago, I had this idea that I wanted, some more clippers, nail clippers, and the ones that and also maybe some other things, some tweezers and some stuff. And so I kind of didn't really think too much about it. I just, I'd like to have it. I didn't do a mantra. I didn't do anything. I just said, it'd be nice to have this stuff, and didn't think anything more about it. And then just a few days ago, well, actually, I'm going to go back a little further. About a week and a half ago, the wife comes home with this. It's nothing fancy. It's obviously a little promotional thing, but what's in it? Well, a whole set of manicure things. All right, there's some clippers in there. There's some scissor clippers and a nail file and some cuticle things. So, all right. And I said, wow, this is nice, but the quality's kind of crappy. It's not very nice. So then yesterday, so she comes home with this, and brand new, never been used. Somebody was giving it away. Very nice nail clippers, which is what I had in mind. Except this is still not quite right. I want the kind, that captures your nail, that's enclosed down here. Hey, but this is nice. I said, yeah, I'll keep this. And she also brought these. These are tweezers, brand new, never been used, still have the little things on them. Anyway, along with the clippers, I was thinking, it'd be nice to have some, some additional tweezers upstairs, in the bathroom upstairs. And she said, wow. So I'm thinking, so she's kind of like my claw, that goes out and grabs these things and brings them back and puts them in the chute for me. Now she's also been noticing a lot of things that she said, wow, isn't that crazy? So a week ago, she was noticing this blanket that a client of hers has, and she was saying, wow, this is really nice. I'd like to have one of these. It was brown, and it was really soft. It had a particular design in it. And she said, and then yesterday she brings this blanket home that's, she said, do you look at this? And I said, yeah, this is really nice, She said, one of my clients gave me this blanket. Now, I had seen one very similar. Actually, it was the exact same blanket at another client, except it was brown. And she said, I really like that blanket. I didn't care for the brown. And so this other client brings her purple. And she said, this is perfect. It just hands it to her. So the point of that is a couple things. Number one, these things are not that important. I could go down and buy one, but where's the fun in that? And, let's use every opportunity to test our ability to manifest. So if we learn how to do the manifesting of these things, then we can do the manifesting of the big things. It's no different. It's the exact same. The difference is on the big things, we think they're big and we think we have to do more to get them. And in fact, the more we do, the longer and harder it becomes to get them. So treat the big things like some clippers, like who cares, right? Who cares? So that's treating, the game of life like a game. Let's do that. And so the other thing is, it can happen fast. It can happen super, super fast. And I believe that if you use this little 6-word mantra, that it'll kind of pave the way, make things a little easier. And then you can create that conversation in your mind as happening between whoever and whatever, and you can use it for anything: money, career, relationships, health. I talked about that. So that is the program. So I sincerely hope this helps. And I hope this gives some more clarity to the 6-word manifestation technique. So have a fantastic day and manifest. And by the way, live fearlessly.